Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a video of all the books that I want to read before the end of this year. My list is very, what's the word? Hopeful. I am hoping to read a lot of books by the end of this year, and I know that I don't have a ton of time to do so, but I don't think I'll get through all of these, but these are the books that are on my radar for sure. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Also, don't mind the lighting. I know there's like sun all over. I say this in every single video. The lighting in my room is just not good, and I just bought a ring light, so hopefully that will help a little bit in the future with lighting and stuff. Let's just ignore that for right now. So currently I am reading Iron Flame, which is the second book after Fourth Wing, and that is by Rebecca Yarros. I have about 200 pages left out of 600, so I'm more than halfway done. The book is taking me a little bit longer to get through just because the words are a little bit smaller on the pages. It's very politics heavy, so I'm trying to finish that up right now. I am very much enjoying it. I do love it. Like every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh my gosh, this book is so good. So I do really like it. I am hoping to be finishing it by today. After that book is finished, I will be moving into the last two books in the Magnolia Park series. So first we have Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home and Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. So I just read the first two books in this series, Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates, about a month and a half ago, and I really enjoyed them. Oh my god, there's a big spider right there. Please hold. Okay, we're good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just finished the first two books about a month and a half ago, and I really liked them. They're very dramatic, lots of love triangles, love things all over the place. Yeah, it's just a good book to, like, I don't know, it's not anything to take advice from, but it's just fun to like immerse yourself in high school drama. Actually, I think they're in college, but just like drama like that where it seems like nothing else really matters but who you love, and like life is set aside. They're both really good books, and I'm excited to finish up the series. I will say the second book definitely shattered me at the end. I loved Christian and Daisy's story. I did like Magnolia and BJ, but I definitely enjoyed the second book a little bit more. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because I knew all of the characters a little bit better. Okay, I have like the first few books in order that I want to read them, but we all know I'm a very big mood reader. I definitely change what I want to read like every single day, so who knows if I'll actually stick to this, because I definitely read based off of like what I'm feeling for the day. But next we have Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I have not read a Colleen Hoover book in probably like a year. I don't even remember the last. I think the last book I tried to read of hers was Ugly Love, and I never finished it. I got like 50 pages in and I just did not like it. Not that I didn't like it, I just wasn't into it. I'm excited to pick back up another book from her. I honestly, like, I don't love her writing, but I think it's a good place to start if you're just starting reading. That's where I started. I started by reading It Ends With Us, probably like a lot of us readers out there, and then I read Layla, loved that book. But yeah, I'm excited to get into another one of her books and something a little bit different than romance. I think this is more of a mystery thriller. I'm not exactly sure what all it's about, but that is the second book I have on my radar. Next up, we have Heartbreak House Share. This is by Emily Miller. I have not seen many people talk about this, but I did see Rachel Catherine talk about this. So this is about a girl who has just recently gone through a breakup, and she is kind of forced to move out of her living situation that she had with her ex-boyfriend, and now she has recently moved into a flat or a house with 3 other girls. This is a UK book, which is why I've never seen it at like Barnes and Nobles or anything like that, and I ended up getting this off of Amazon. It sounds like they also make like a 20s list, which is a checklist for reclaiming her life post-breakup. So I'm really excited to read this. Also, this book is like very stiff, so don't love that about it, but I'm sure it'll be great. We're gonna turn a little bit. So next we have Powerless. This is by Lauren Roberts. This is another UK book actually. This just came out in the US not too long ago, and this is a brand new author. This is her debut novel, which is crazy because it's blowing up literally everywhere. I feel like everyone is talking about this book. But yeah, this is a fantasy romance. I tried reading the back. Sounds very politics heavy, which is not always my favorite, but it's always a little bit harder for me to understand like the whole politics of a new world. So hopefully it kind of eases my way in and it's a little bit easier to understand. There's 500 pages in this, so the words are really small, so I do think this will take me a little bit longer to get through. I'm excited nonetheless. Next we have a series. This is the Chestnut Spring series, so I have the first 3 books in it. I don't have the last 2. I've been trying to collect all of the new covers, which Barnes & Nobles is slowly coming out with all of them, so I only have the first 3 in the series, but I prefer these covers a lot more than the last one, so I'm glad that I waited to get these. So these follow the brothers of a found family, I believe. I know one's a bull rider, one's a hockey player. I'm not sure what the second one is. It has a guitar on it, so I'm guessing he's a singer. There's a ton of different tropes in here. This one is kind of forced proximity. The girl named Summer, she is kind of forced to be working with Rhett because he's a professional bull rider and he has just had like a public eye kind of debacle and he's in a little bit of trouble. So Summer is hired to make sure that he's put in his place and not doing anything dumb again. Next one that we have is Heartless. I did not read too much of the back here. This is definitely an age gap trope though, and it also looks like it's forced proximity. It says she's living in his house for the summer. I love the color of this. It's so pretty. And then the last one that I have here is Powerless. So the guy is a hockey player. The girl is supposed to get married to someone else. Yeah, that's the 3rd one in the series. Next up we have the 7-Year Slip. This is by Ashley Poston. This is about a girl who has recently moved into her aunt's old apartment. Her aunt has always said the apartment is kind of like a pinch in time, and she never really knew what that meant until she went into the apartment and she finds a guy standing in the kitchen. She realizes that he is actually living 7 years in the past, and the apartment itself is 7 years in the past. And then it also, like, there's some days where it's 7 years in the present. So she's kind of mixed between both of these different worlds. I think this is a romance book, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this book has been blowing up everywhere, so I'm excited to read this. I'm so scared to read this book. So we have A Thousand Boy Kisses here by Tilly Cole. I just read the back of this not too long ago and it sounds so sad. So this guy named Rune, he has just come back from his hometown in Norway. He has known this girl Poppy since they were childhood friends, and he ends up coming back, and I think they were in a relationship. I'm not exactly sure. It says they had a bond that will last forever, but basically the girl Poppy just kind of ghosts him and doesn't say anything. That's kind of how the story goes, and he's trying to figure out like what happened. The ending sentence sounds very sad, but when he discovers the truth of her absence, he finds that the greatest heartache is yet to come. So I feel like I'm gonna cry in this book. We have The Problem with Forever. This is another romance book. I just realized I have so many romance books. Pretty much all of them except for 2 are romance. This is about a girl named Mallory. She has decided to go back to school for her senior year. She's been homeschooled her whole life, and one of her childhood friends, Ryder, she sees him on the first day that she's back. It says she soon becomes apparent that she's not the only one grappling with lingering scars from the past. She watches Ryder's life spiral out of control, and she must make a choice between staying silent and speaking out. Yeah, I would definitely check the trigger warnings on this. I'm not 100% sure what they are, but just by reading the back, it sounds like it's a little bit more intense than some of the regular romance novels that I read. I'm interested to see how this goes. It sounds like it's gonna be pretty sad. So okay guys, the last 2 books I have, I don't know if I'm gonna get to, but we're gonna put them in here because I really do want to read them, and they are like very popular right now, just like in general. That is the ACOTAR series. So I have the first book here, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. And then I also bought the second one recently. This is A Court of Mist and Fury. I bought this because I know I'm eventually going to read the series, and I just figured like might as well have the first 2. The second one is very large though, so I haven't bought any of the other ones. I want to make sure that I actually do like it, and also it's just going to take me a long time to get through. These are obviously fantasy books. I'm sure if you watch any book videos, any TikTok book videos, like, you know, you've heard of the ACOTAR series. It's a fantasy series that has blown up everywhere. I have refused to read the back. I don't want to know what it's about at all. I want to go into it blind. Any videos that I've ever talked about ACOTAR, I always skip over it because I don't want to know what it's about. I want to go in blind. That is all for today's video. I have a lot of books that I want to read by the end of the year. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11. You know, I feel like that might be doable. I feel like we could do that. And then 13 if I'm including these, which I probably am not going to get to them. But that is also if I actually stick to this stock and I don't buy any new books that everyone else is talking about, so we'll see how that works out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below any book recommendations, any book videos that you want to see from me, anything. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!